everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do a everyday foundation routine, and as you can see, my skin is looking a little rough today. I get a lot of breakouts, like hormonal breakouts and stuff, and so once a month or so I get kind of right in here usually. You can see I get kind of rough around the edges. So I wanted today to do a foundation routine to show you how to cover up what you don't want, how to make it last all day. So the first thing I already did was before I put anything on my face, I always make sure it's obviously well cleansed, but I usually like to do some sort of mask or exfoliant. Today I did both, just to make sure my skin was good and clear, and then when I put on a mask, it really could absorb because I'd exfoliated and gotten rid of any dead skin and all that good stuff. And so then I, put on moisturizer, and when I get started to put makeup on, I do a couple steps before I put any foundation on my skin. The first thing I did, which I already did, was I spritzed some MAC Prep and Prime. That just helps to absorb any of the oils that are there and helps create a foundation to make your makeup last. Then the other thing I put on, because I really want my skin well moisturized, even though I did put moisturizer on after I washed my face, I went and put on this Too Faced Prescription RX, or Hangover RX, not Prescription RX, but it is a primer. It's silicone free, so it really just acts as a really strong moisturizer for your skin. And then the last thing I'm going to do before I put on any foundation is use this Pores No More, because I also find when my skin is breaking out like this, it's also, my pores are a lot larger and more noticeable, so I don't want to put makeup on when I have large pores because I don't want it to be so visible. So I'm going to put on this is the Dr. Brandt Pores No More. In terms of pore reducing primers, this one's definitely my favorite. I think it really does a noticeable job. The Makeup Forever Step 1 primer, it's okay, I don't mind it. I notice though that it doesn't last as long as this one on my face. And then I'm going to jump right into foundation. For foundation today, I'm going to use, this is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD, the stick version, and this is the color 120. And I really like the coverage that this gives. I think this gives really great coverage, especially when it's used with this is the Real Techniques sponge, but with a beauty blender or a sponge, I think it really covers very well. So I put some like this, kind of paint my face here. I put it along my chin, some down my nose, across my upper lip here, and then down like this. And then across my forehead, and like so here. This foundation is also really buildable, so if I go through with the beauty blender and find that it's not enough coverage, I can add to it and it will give more coverage. And with my sponge, I'm just pressing it in. I'm not like swiping or brushing it on, I'm just pressing it. Okay, so we've got our foundation done. Normally what I do if I was doing full-on face makeup, like I've already got my eyes done today, go ahead and do my brows and my eyes and let the foundation settle into my skin. When you let it settle, it just ends up looking more natural, I find. But for today, we're going to move right on. I've got some dark circles under my eyes. If I just used regular concealer, that's not going to help solve the dark circles. You want to use something that's created specifically for the under eye. So today I'm going to use the Bobbi Brown, and this is the Bobbi Brown Corrector in the color Bisque. Then I want to come in and conceal under my eyes and highlight areas of my face to make some areas stand out. To do that, I'm going to use the Kat Von D Lock-It Tattoo Concealer. I'm going to use the Beauty Blender to blend that all in. The last thing I'm going to do before I set all of this is I'm going to add a little bit of the Prep and Prime. This is the highlighter in Light Boost. I just really like this stuff. I feel like it makes a really natural looking highlight. I'm going to use anywhere I would put like a powder highlighter, I'm going to use this. So right on my cheekbones here, the high points of my cheekbones. On my nose, my forehead, my chin, and I'll even put a little bit right in here. To set under my eyes, I'm going to use the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder, and I'm just going to use my Beauty Blender to do that. And I'm going to let that sit for a little bit while I finish up some other areas of my face to really absorb any of the product without letting it crease. And this is going to help it last all day without letting it crease throughout the day. What I want to do next is I want to do some contouring. Before I set the rest of my face, I want to contour a little bit. To do that, I'm going to start off with the Shade and Light palette from Kat Von D. And I'm going to use this NARS Ita brush. And I'm going to just take this lighter color right here. And I'm just going to use the Ita brush to place the product. I'm just putting it right where like the bottom of my cheekbones would be. And I'm stopping about the edge of my eye. Then I'm going to come in using this MAC 109 brush and kind of use it to blend the product. The whole idea of contour is that you're creating a natural shadow. So you don't want your contour to look contour. That makes sense? You want it to look as natural as possible, which is why I want to blend it all in. And I want to try and stay above the line I created here. And I'm pushing it up into the hairline as well. I'm going to take some more on this brush, this fluffier brush, and put it around the corners of my forehead to create natural shadow. I'm going to take a little bit and put it right under my chin here. It helps to hide the stuff you don't want to be seen, like this other chin here. And so I'm going to just trace it along my jawline because it's creating a shadow. Then I want to add some powder to set the rest of my face. I'm going to use this loose powder from Laura Mercier. It's just a translucent setting powder. Again, I'm just going to use my Beauty Blender. And I want to clean up this line. I want to make these lines look natural and like they belong there, not like I created them. So I'm just going to dab the pointy end of my Beauty Blender, or my sponge here, in the translucent powder, and I'm just going to run it right on the bottom and kind of put it all in this little space here, just to let it sit and kind of bake there and clean it all up. And it's also setting my face while it's doing that. Just kind of cleaning it all up. And I'm going to put a little bit in my forehead, and then I want to put a little bit down my nose just to take care of any of the oils that may be there. Okay, while I'm letting this stuff absorb, I'm going to go ahead and put on some bronzer to warm up my skin, some blush, and then I'll wipe this off and put on some highlight. For bronzer today, I'm using the Too Faced 16-Hour Bronze. For blush today, I'm going to use what is probably my all-time favorite MAC blush, and it is Melba. And it's just a really pretty, like, pale peachy pink. I'm going to take some Becca Champagne Pop highlighter and just put that right on my cheek. Because I hadn't put any foundation on, I had left the bottom of my eye makeup kind of empty, and I hadn't done it yet, so I need to finish that up quickly here before I'm done. To help my makeup last all day long, before I do any lip color, I'm going to spray it one more time with MAC Prep and Prime. This locks everything in kind of, and it helps to, if there's any kind of powdery look left over, it's going to help to get rid of that. And then kind of let it dry. Okay, for lip color today, I'm going to first use the Lip Cheat Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. Then I'm going to use Dose of Color. This is the liquid lipstick in Stone. This is the finished product. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and comment to let me know any other videos you'd like to see. Thanks, bye!